Hi, my name is Lauren Jones. I am Cactus Pearl on both Instagram and Ravelry. And today I'm going to talk about the Fudge Swirls Scarf. And this is another pattern that I made from the Coffeehouse Knits book. And I've been very into this book lately. It has a vibe that I really like because I'm very, very into coffee. And I also just really like the patterns that are in here. Now, the one that I did this time is by Gleave, and it was also a gift knit like some of the other ones that I've done recently, and it took a while, so I'm wearing it right now. As you can see, it's not a small scarf, and it took me a while to knit. It took me about a month. And I have all sorts of footage of me knitting this scarf that you're going to see in another video. The yarn I used was Cascade Superwash Aran in the Aran colorway, which is like the natural sheep color, and I really happen to like that color quite a bit. It's a nice yarn. It's soft. It's affordable. And it's comfortable to wear. It doesn't really like itch or anything like that. And I have pretty sensitive skin and it doesn't really bother me. So that's a pretty good yarn for most people, especially if you're making a gift and you don't know how a person tolerates wool. That's probably a really good choice. It's also supposed to be washable and dryable, which I've never actually tried putting it in the dryer, but they say on the instructions for washing the yarn that you're supposed to be able to do that. So that's a good plus too, especially if you're giving it to someone who may or may not know how they're supposed to care for wool. So that's kind of important. And I love the cable pattern on this. Like the first time I ever saw this, when I was flipping through the book, I was like, oh, I have to make this. So when you're making it, and I'll show a picture here of what it looked like when I was making it, the cables are all squished together and it does not look like this. When you're making it, you're kind of wondering, like, is it really going to come out the way it shows on the pictures? Like, I'm not really sure. But when you block it, and you block it to the dimensions that it specifies, so it all of a sudden opens right up, and you get these round shapes in the cabling, and it looks really cool. So I managed to get through this without any mistakes in the cabling that I noticed anyway. There might be some in there still. I did make one mistake while I was knitting it, and I'll show a picture of that here. I was watching the crown, and I ended up with 5 cables instead of 4, so I had to ladder down and fix it, and I was able to do it, and I was really happy about that because I was towards the end of the scarf, and I was going to scream if it had a mistake like near the end. That just seems silly. So I really like this. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I would definitely recommend knitting this. I would, really only knit this for someone who is knit worthy, because it takes quite a while to get through and it takes kind of a lot of self-discipline to get through, but I think it's worth it and I think it makes a really nice gift. So I will talk about more patterns next time. Thanks.